Soul pierces the realm of refining weapons, crafting mechs, fighting against foreign races, and counterattacking face attacks. Cui Chen combines the technology concept of Blue Star with refining techniques, transforming industrialized products into spiritual weapons. Lao Deng, it's reasonable for you to use the knife while I use the gun. Cui Chen held 6 Gatling tubes and fired a volley of shots at the enemy sections. On the battlefield of different races, tank armored groups with spiritual power patterns shoot a volley of artillery at the enemy. Chapter 1. Yellow Shift 1. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Cui Chen, come up and solve this problem. A precise arc swept through the air of the classroom, and the chalk landed evenly on the distracted boy's head by the window. The young man was suddenly startled, and his thoughts were instantly pulled back to reality. What? Come up and solve the problem quickly. On the podium, a beautiful teacher was frowning and staring at Cui Chen. Obviously, the young man's distraction made her slightly angry, and her slightly undulating chest highlighted the beautiful teacher's figure against the backdrop of professional attire. There was a hint of disappointment and helplessness in her eyes, as if she no longer had any expectations for Cui Chen's performance. Oh, good. Cui Chen stood up silently and slowly walked towards the podium. Whispers appeared in the class. He was able to enter the university by spending money to buy it. I estimate he doesn't even know this basic question. The annual assessment will be in another month, and he is probably out of hope. He will be fired. The disdainful mockery and sighs of regret that came from all around fell on the young man's ears, but did not have a significant impact on him. He has long been accustomed to these sarcastic remarks, and even a bit numb. The boy picked up the chalk and looked at the question on the blackboard. What is the purpose of building spiritual patterns during refining? This is a basic question. Theoretically any 3-year-old child from Xuanhuan continent who can read can answer it. However, the boy held the chalk and stayed in front of the blackboard for 2 minutes. Laughter erupted from the podium. This guy doesn't know, doesn't he? Ha ha ha, is he trying to make me laugh to death? Xuanhuan looked at Cui Chen, who was motionless. You go down first, don't be distracted during class. The assessment will be conducted next month, and based on your current situation, you need to work hard. Upon hearing this, Cui Chen pursed his lips, put down the chalk, and turned around to step down. As he looked out the window just now, he was pondering whether the refining philosophy of this world could be combined with his own philosophy on the Blue Star. Standing on the podium, I was still pondering whether I could create a mech like Iron Man. These past few days, after finishing organizing the memories of soul piercing, he finally realized that the original owner of this body was not a useless person. On the contrary, he was an unparalleled genius, but his crazy ideas were too out of place in this world. Surprisingly, he thinks of using his own body as a tool to refine. What a madman. In the later classes, Cui Chen was thinking about the feasibility of his crazy ideas. Can this world create mechas like Iron Man? Or could they create anti-Hawk armor? And this proficiency system floating in front of me. On the podium, Xuanhuan earnestly explained the topic. Spiritual patterns are channels on spiritual vessels that specifically transmit spiritual energy. It can stimulate the spiritual power in the body and activate spiritual tools. Alternatively, it can activate the internal spiritual stones of spiritual tools to use them for a long time. Usually, as long as an alchemist can carve 10 spiritual power patterns, they can become a first-class alchemist. If the carving level reaches 100 spiritual power patterns, one can become a second-level alchemist, with 1,000 third level and 10,000 fourth level. Cui Chen looked at the beautiful teacher on the podium, whose thoughts had already returned to his hometown. The soaring Iron Man in the sky was his dream, and now he has the opportunity to realize it. The atmosphere of alchemy in this world is very strong, and it can be said that everyone is an alchemist. The people here have gradually mastered the magical alchemy through continuous exploration and practice, and are constantly improving and perfecting it. The basic principle of alchemy is to create tools and embed spirit stones with special energy on them, transforming them into tools with special functions. These tools can be weapons, tools, equipment, and so on, each with a unique purpose and effect. In this world, alchemy has become an indispensable part of people's lives. It not only provides people with powerful tools and equipment, but also successfully resists waves of attacks from the demon clan. But in this world dominated by alchemy, surprisingly no one uses alchemy to make mechas. Cui Chen's crazy ideas can no longer be suppressed. We must refine an exoskeleton mech like Iron Man. Dang 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 dang, 3 resounding bells rang. Class is over. During the break, the students suddenly became restless. Cui Chen has just arrived in this world and has not fully integrated into it yet. He would rather quietly contemplate how to make Mark I for Iron Man himself. However, 3 boys stood up and surrounded Cui Chen. Kid, I asked you to bring 20 spirit stones. Have you brought them? Zhang Hao leaned against Cui Chen's desk with one hand and arrogantly blew the red hair on his forehead. He was the least like a student in the class. No, by the way, I suggest you don't bother me anymore. Cui Chen learned from his memory that the 3 people in front of him usually bullied the original owner. A few days ago, he threatened to hand over 20 spirit stones. But Cui Chen only has 2 pocket money per day, so he has to pay for 10 days at once. You're really not afraid of being beaten, kid. Zhang Hao prepared to roll up his sleeves and teach Cui Chen a lesson. How about we make a bet? Cui Chen stared at Zhang Hao with a hint of challenge in his eyes. He knows that the original owner's performance in the class has always been poor, but he doesn't think he has no potential. He wants to test his abilities in this world and also wants Zhang Hao and his team to experience the technology concept of Blue Star. If I pass the year.end test by making a first.class spiritual artifact or above, you can give me 500 spiritual stones. If it doesn't pass, how about I give you 500 spirit stones? The 3 of them burst into laughter upon hearing the words. Ha ha ha, just rely on you to work in yellow shifts. I'm still thinking of refining a top-notch spiritual weapon, ha ha ha, he's going to make me laugh to death here. As the lowest yellow class among the 4 Xuanhuan classes in heaven and earth, and the worst capable Cui Chen, Zhang Hao obviously does not believe that this useless Cui Chen can make any good spiritual tools. Cui Chen still wants to refine a top-notch spiritual weapon, but whether it can pass or not is still a question. Cui Chen looked at the 3 people laughing and didn't say much. He knew he didn't have many spiritual stones, but he had already tried using the circuit connection method of Blue Star to refine spiritual artifacts. He believes that he can refine spiritual tools, and he also believes that the proficiency system in front of him can bring him top-quality spiritual tools. I hope Zhang Hao can take the bet and then have some spiritual stones and flowers on his own. He's really poor now. Okay, it's not impossible for you, kid, to give us spirit stones for free. You need to sign a contract and have it notarized by Teacher Su, otherwise what will you do if you cheat? Upon hearing this, Cui Chen couldn't help but beg for it. He was afraid that you would play tricks and not give it. Ask the teacher to notarize it, this is what you brought for yourself. He felt secretly happy in his heart, but on the surface, he showed some lack of confidence. Ah, do we need to notarize it? In the eyes of the 3 people, they felt that Cui Chen Ding was not certain about this. This kid must be scared. Zhang Hao secretly rejoiced in his heart, as if he had already seen the 500 spirit stones waving at him. He gave Cui Chen a provocative look and said, how about signing the contract now? Cui Chen felt a sense of joy in his heart. He didn't expect Zhang Hao to be so cheerful. He took out a piece of paper and wrote down the contents of the gambling agreement on it, then handed it to Zhang Hao. Zhang Hao looked at it, nodded, and took the lead in signing his name. Then, Zhang Meng and Zhang Long also signed their names. Alright, the gambling agreement is established. Cui Chen said happily, go find Teacher Su. Chapter 2. Alchemists should build Mech. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The four of them found their mentor Su Ruofei. After listening to their gambling agreement, Su Ruofei widened her eyes and looked at Cui Chen incredulously. What? Are you betting with them to make a first-class spiritual weapon? Obviously, Su Ruofei, who was well aware of Cui Chen's strength, could not believe that he dared to make such a bet. She reached out and pressed the back of her hand against Cui Chen's forehead, and a warm touch came from between her forehead. It's not burning either. Why can't I think about it? Teacher Su, you can notarize it, I have confidence. Cui Chen looked at Su Ruofei, who was full of worries, and thought to himself that the beautiful teacher was quite kind, but he must not harm his own good deeds. Su Ruofei looked at Cui Chen with a determined expression, and then looked at Zhang Hao and the others with suspicion. In the end, she accepted the bet and became the notary public for the four people's bet. Cui Chen quietly breathed a sigh of relief upon seeing the situation. As a third-grade alchemist of Su Ruofei, he believed that Zhang Hao and the others would not dare to default on their debts at that time. Zhang Hao was also very excited when he saw Su Ruofei accepting the bet, and he had already planned how to spend the spirit stone in his heart. Cui Chen was confident in making a bet, relying not on momentary gains, but on the progress bar of refining proficiency that he could only see after closing his eyes. Proficiency in refining technique. First level lower level stage, 1 out of 10, tip. When the proficiency level is reached in each of the 4 stages of the product, you can 100% refine the current level of top-quality spiritual tools. Evaluation. An inexperienced alchemist. Rookie, we still need to work hard. In theory, as long as you continuously improve your proficiency, you can create a first-class spiritual weapon and win a bet. Alright, I have accepted the bet. Do you have anything else to do? No, thank you, Professor Su, for testifying. The four of them immediately left when they saw that the gambling agreement had been established. Su Ruofei looked at the four people who immediately left without knowing why. She is not optimistic that Cui Chen can win the bet. After all, Cui Chen has never shown any outstanding performance, and it is not so easy to refine top-quality spiritual weapons. Thanks to Cui Chen's past performance, he was able to refine inferior spiritual weapons and pass the assessment. But Cui Chen doesn't think so. As long as he has enough proficiency, wouldn't he pass the annual assessment properly? After school, Cui Chen came to a refining shop based on the memory of the original owner. He needs to prepare some basic refining materials first to create an assessment work that can win the gambling contract for himself. At the end of the street in Donglai town, there was an unnamed refining shop. Cui Chen remembered very well that the reason he came here before was because this shop was cheap. And the owner of the shop also knows him, and he is very special, perhaps he can provide good help for his ideas. Entering the shop, the dim spirit stone lamp illuminated a figure. Lao Kai, I'm here to find you to build a basic spiritual tool prototype. The people inside the shop stopped their movements and turned to look at Cui Chen. What kind of tricks are you planning to do, kid? I'm planning to have a big one this time. Lao Kai continued to pick up his spiritual hammer and strike the blade in his hand. With each tap, a faint blue light emanated from Lao Kai's entire right arm under his tattered clothes. That is the transmission network of spiritual power, also known as the spiritual power pattern. Obviously, Lao Kai's right hand is a spiritual artifact, and it is a high-level spiritual artifact of high quality. Usually, a spiritual artifact with 1,000 stripes is considered a third-grade spiritual artifact, while Lao Kai's right hand is covered in countless intricate veins. You can give me the drawing scroll and come to pick it up tomorrow. No, I'm going to refine together this time. Starting now, I'll come here every night from now on. Although Cui Chen now has memories of the original owner, he is still very unfamiliar with this world. And it's still for the sake of gambling, on the one hand to improve my weapon refining skills, and on the other hand to have a deeper understanding of the world. Lao Kai raised his eyebrows. Do you want to refine together? Show me your drawings first. Cui Chen took out the spiritual artifact map he had drawn during class from his backpack, on which was a humanoid armor. Lao Kai took the blueprint and felt very surprised at first glance. The content on the blueprint is very detailed, but there are many annotations that cannot be understood. Those annotations were designed by Tang Yin, combining different concepts from two worlds, and the manufacturing concepts from different worlds created wonderful sparks. According to Lao Kai's intuition, this is more detailed than the spiritual weapon armor he used during his fierce battle with the demon clan, and it may take a lot of effort to create this thing. Did you make this? How about it? Impressive. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Cui Chen believes that if this spiritual artifact is successfully crafted, he has fulfilled his dream of becoming a man. Lao Kai carefully examined the blueprint and occasionally exclaimed in admiration. This little ghost's idea is really unique. If it succeeds, wouldn't it be possible to modify his own hands and legs? Have you prepared the spirit stone? Well, that's all I have. I'll work for you to make up for the rest. Cui Chen awkwardly took out all his savings from his bag, totaling 103 spirit stones. A penny can't defeat a hero. Now we can only hope that Lao Kai can agree to work and refine for him. Otherwise, we need to find a way to get some spirit stones first. Lao Kai looked at the embarrassed Cui Chen and remained silent for a long time, not knowing what he was thinking in his heart. Just when Cui Chen thought Lao Kai wouldn't agree, he slowly spoke up. Sure, but if your spiritual artifact is successfully crafted, you have to agree to my request. What requirements? Cui Chen cautiously covered his chest, and Lao Kai's glances up and down made him feel a little uneasy. As my disciple, of course you can choose not to do it, but you have to be an apprentice in the shop for a year. Take your time to think about it. It will take a lot of time to complete the creation of your spiritual artifact. Let's talk about it when we have a plan in mind. During this period, I will give you a secret book for refining your body, and you can try to cultivate it. Refining body. Isn't that something that only the demon clan can do? Cui Chen was taken aback by the fact that Lao Kai was not easy. Moreover, it is still uncertain whether one can cultivate the secrets of the demon clan. Lao Kai seemed to know Cui Chen's inner thoughts and spoke up to explain. The secrets of the demon clan can be practiced by everyone, but they are just some methods for refining the body. The royal family members claim to have noble bloodline and refuse to let the people of the mainland practice. Where did you get this secret script? Cui Chen asked curiously. Don't be so curious, children. If you become my disciple, I'll tell you. Lao Kai still really wants to take on an apprentice. He is afraid that no one will inherit his weapon refining skills. I'll think about it when I go back tonight. Cui Chen still felt a tightness in his eyes as Lao Kai squinted at him. After returning home at night, Cui's mother had been waiting at home for a long time. In a rudimentary house, there are no special spiritual artifacts or furniture. They are just ordinary wooden furniture. There is still a plate of pancakes on the dining table. Wait a moment, I'll go heat it up for you. Cui's mother has obviously been waiting at home for a long time. A few years ago, Cui Chen's father died in a fierce battle with the demon clan, while his mother relied on a pancake stall to sustain their livelihood. Xiaochen, you're back. Hey, it's okay if there's no improvement in the refining technique. Mom, you can still support our family. Your father's pension is enough for us to use in this lifetime. Cui's mother obviously has some understanding of her son's alchemy. She watches her son spend a lot of time and energy on alchemy every day, but the results are always unsatisfactory. She didn't want to see Cui Chen so depressed. She also knows that her child has a deep passion for alchemy, but it may take some time and opportunities to discover her potential, so she often speaks out to comfort her. Mom, I know. Cui Chen looked at the woman in front of him, busy with hot pancakes. For some reason, her eyes turned slightly red, perhaps due to the physical influence of the original owner or her longing for her hometown. When I was at Blue Star, I was just an ordinary worker. Now that I am fortunate enough to travel here, I need to work hard. After dinner, Cui Chen entered the room early using the excuse of annual assessment and began designing Mech's spiritual tools. At the same time, he also brought back several basic spiritual tool molds from Lao Kai to practice carving spiritual patterns to improve his proficiency. It wasn't until late at night that the spiritual artifact light in Cui Chen's room went out. Chapter 3. Spread of Gambling Agreements. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 4. Day Class First. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 5. Encounter. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 6. Conflict in front of Pancake Stall. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 7. Robot Arm Completion. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 8. Chui's Mother's Inquiry. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 9. Storage Ring. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 10. Fraud. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text.